It is such a surreal experience to think that I'll be in the same Piazza Grande 30 years after Pulp Fiction screened there, accepting a Career Achievement Award. I pinch myself. I think for career producers, everything is about this Sisyphusian task of putting a project that only you and the filmmaker see and pushing that boulder up a hill. I mean, I don't think it's ever been easy to get movies made. I don't think it was, maybe during the studio system. But I think for me, I'm so fortunate to do what I do. I grew up loving movies and I still do. And to fall in love and work hard to see something go from an idea to a shared experience in a cinema is magic. For better or worse, I have never been a person who can come up with a theory. Okay, I'm gonna only do streaming movies, or I'm gonna only do romantic comedies, or I'm gonna focus on action movies, or I'm gonna, it's just not in my DNA. I find screenplays, stories, filmmakers that I fall in love with their vision and fight like hell to get it over the line. Particularly, we're in an extraordinary time for Korean cinema. I'm a huge fan of director Bongs and Park Chan-wook. I was blessed to work with the great Milos Forman. So I got a taste of what that was like. Andrew Niccol, whose directorial debut Gattaca I made, is from New Zealand. I loved Justine Trier's film. I loved Worst Person in the World. It was one of the best films I've seen in ages. And there are a significant amount of young new voices. Celine Song comes to mind, Barry Jenkins, that are doing great work in in the US and internationally. Ed Berger, great film. So if you're paying attention, it's a very exciting time. Well, I guess it's an obvious thing for me to screen Aaron and Django because they were both nominated for Oscars. But I do think Aaron, which is going to hit, I believe, its 25-year milestone next year, is a great example still of something that we need to look at, which is the power of one person to make a difference. And then, Django was an extraordinary experience. A kind of crack in the window of looking at a very ugly time in America, and done in a way that only Quentin Tarantino could imagine to do it. It was as big a production as I've ever done, and filled with really special memories, even though it was challenging. It's kind of crazy to be here getting a Career Achievement Award, because no matter what, I always felt like the kid at the grown-ups table in my career. And even when we made Django, it felt like we were making the biggest indie film ever made. I think it's a spirit, and I'm so privileged to be able to pass on some of the things that were taught to me. People were really generous with me. Danny DeVito and Michael Shamberg, my former partners, were such supporters of mine. I was so honored to play a small role in Pam Abdi, the co-chair of Warner's career, who started as our intern at Jersey Films and produced Garden State with us. And it's special, it's special because we're all committed to a love of film. To the Locarno audience, thank you so much. This is overwhelming. This is encouraging. What you do here in your beautiful city of lovers of cinema gives us all the courage to keep going. So have a great time, enjoy the movies, and thank you so much.